Hi friends, today we are going to discuss about the new exercise done in ANSYS workbench. So coming to exercise, so first we will discuss about the static structure analysis. So in this we are going to determine the stresses in 1D element of a pipe. So our aim is to solve the 1D pipe problem subjected to tensile or compressive forces in ANSYS. So using that we are going to find out the deformation and stresses induced in it. So coming to input conditions for that pipe. So on the left side the pipe is fixed, and on the right side it is having a force acting in tensile direction of force 10,000 newtons. Okay, and the conditions like inputs they are given like material they are used as structural steel, diameter of the pipe is 50 mm, length of the pipe is 500 mm, and the force is 10,000 newtons. So coming to software, here we are using the ANSYS as 19.0 or 19.2 version. So now I'm using the 19.2 version software. Okay, so before going to analysis, first of all I have done the numerical, that is analytical calculations, so that I will compare this analytical with the numericals in the software, whether they are getting the approximate values or same values or not. So how to calculate these analytic calculations? Okay, here they have given to determine the stresses in 1D element of a pipe. So here they are given to determine the stresses in 1D element of a pipe. Okay, here in analytical calculations have find out the stresses induced in it and deformation. Okay, so the process is the stresses is defined as force per area. The force they are given as 10,000 newtons, and the area. So area, how to calculate the area? So as it is pipe, it is having a diameter. So area of the circle we need to calculate here. Area of the circle is pi r square. So pi stands for the 3.14 into radius. So diameter of the pipe is 50 mm and the radius is 25. So 25 into 25 we are getting area as 1962.5 mm square. Okay. Now calculate the stress here. So stress is force per area. So force is 10,000 divided by 1962.5. So we are getting the stress as 5.095 Newton per mm square. So this is the stress value we have got by using analytical method. Next, how to find the deformation. So deformation is defined as the ratio of force into length by area into Young's modulus. Okay, so force they are given as 10,000 newtons, length is 500 mm, area is 1962.5 mm square, and the Young's modulus. So this Young's modulus value is as per the material. So the Young's modulus of the structural steel is 2.1 into e power 5 Newton per millimeter square. So by substituting all these values in the deformation, so that is force into length by area into cross section. So substitute all these values here. Okay, now we are getting the deformation as 0.012. So this is the deformation value and this is the stress value. So these values are got by using the analytical calculations. Okay, now we will keep it aside. Now next we are going to do the process in the software and comparing the stresses and deformation values in analytical method and numerical method and checking whether they are getting approximately or not. Okay, so now we'll go with the software. Okay, so go to startup, start, and click on ANSYS, click on workbench 19.2. Okay, so when you open you'll get like this. Okay, so here in the question we have already given that it is of static structure analysis. Now we will go with the static structure. So go to workbench, click the option as static structure from the analysis systems. So double click on that. So you'll get a pop-up here, that is static structure with number of steps. So each and every step we should do step by step perfectly. So first step is the engineering data. in this step we are going to give the material. Okay, so double click on engineering data. A new window will be opened aside. Here defaultly structured steel material will be displayed here. Okay, now we are going to use this material only for our problem. Okay, so it is having a density of 7850 kilogram per meter cube, and Young's modulus is 2 e power 11 pascals. Poisson's ratio is 0.3. So these are the values for the structural steels. Okay, now again go to the project schematic. Just close this and go to project schematic. Now here we are going to design the geometry. Okay, so as per the figure with dimensions, that is diameter of the pipe is 50 mm and length of the pipe is 500 mm, we are going to design this object in the ANSYS. So go to ANSYS. Now geometry, right click on the geometry, click on new design modular geometry to design the object. So within 2 to 3 minutes the module will be opened. Okay, so here the design module is open. Now we are going to design the object, that is the sketch here. So select the XY plane. When you click on the XY plane, the plane will be selected here, and we need to draw the sketch parallel to this plane. So to get the parallel position, just click on the look at the face or plane. Okay, so just first ensure that units should be in mm. So go to menu bar, click on units and click the option, that is tick the option as millimeters, so that the units are changes to millimeters. Okay, so first go to sketching. Okay, to the draw tools, in that pick the option as line. Now draw a line in the workspace like this. Okay, now as in the problem given, the length of the pipe should be 500 mm. Now I'm going to draw a line width of length 500 mm. So draw a line of dimensions. So go to dimensions. Now give the length for the dimension. So the length here we are getting as 500 mm. Okay, so in the dimensions the length is defaultly here. The length of the line is 56.451 mm. Now I'm changing it to 500 mm. So type the 500 and click on enter, so that the line length is changed to 500 mm. Okay, so just give the dimensions and click on enter. So the line is generated here. Now go to model. Okay, so this is just a line. Now I want to convert it into line body. Okay, so for that go to concept, click on line from sketches. Okay, it is asking for the base object. So base object here is our line. Okay, so select this line and click on apply, so that the sketch is selected. So to generate that body, we need to generate option. We need to click on the generate option. So right click and generate, or you can directly click the functional key as F5. So click on this generate option, so that the line body is generated. Okay, okay, here in the tree outline you can see other option, that is newly added option, that is one part comma one body. When you enclose this, you can see a line body here. So this is the line body I generated this. Okay, so this sketch is normally drawn by using the circle, or you can use the extrude option, but here we are using the new concept, that is cross sections and line bodies. Okay, so first we need to create the line body. After that we need to create the cross section. Okay, so when you click on the line body, you can see here there is a yellow color option, that is cross section. It is showing that not selected. So for that we need to create a cross section for this. Okay, so how to create the cross section and what type of cross section are to be generated here. So once go to the problem. So in the problem they are given that it is of 1D pipe. Okay, so 1D means it should be of a circular. So we need to create a circular cross section in the ANSYS. Okay, so go to ANSYS. So how to create the cross section here. So go to menu bar, click on concept. At bottom there is a cross section option. So in that they are having different types of cross sections: rectangular, circular tube, C channel, I, Z, L. So here we are going to click on the circular cross section. Okay, just click on the circular cross section. Okay, so here it is asking for the radius. As per the problem given, the diameter of the pipe is 50 mm, so the radius will be of 25 mm. Okay, so mention the radius as 25. So go to ANSYS, so mention the radius as 25, enter. Okay, so the cross section is created. Now how to apply this cross section to the line body? Okay, so go to line body, select the option and select this arrow. Okay, so without previously it was only a none, but when you created the cross section, you can see the cross section, that is circular one here. Okay, suppose if you created another cross section like rectangle or C or L, you can see other cross sections here also. Okay, but our requirement is only circular cross section here, so click on circular cross section and right click generate. Okay, so at each and every step we should click on the generate to update the sketch here. Okay, so here the cross section is added to the line bodies. Now how you can check whether the cross section is added to line body or not? Okay, so it can be checked by this option, that is go to menu bars, click on view, click the option as, that is tick the option as cross sectional solids. Okay, so just move the screen, you can see the cross section applied on the line body. So this is how a line body and a cross sectional object is created. Okay, now we are going to use this model for the next steps.